interrupt your news programming on KIPB. This is a national emergency. Important guidelines will follow. The following message has been transmitted by request of the Butler Police Department, the Indiana State Police, Norfolk Southern Board of Directors, and Consolidated Rail Corporation. At 4:56 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a head-on collision occurred near the interlocking tower in Butler, Indiana. As a serious precaution, 7,000 gallons of diesel fuel has gushed out of the locomotive's fuel tanks, threatening to ignite a fire. It was confirmed that the conductor of the Norfolk Southern train was killed and 2 suffered minor injuries. Stay tuned for later statements on this broadcast on this dangerously developing story. The following message has been transmitted by request of the NTSB and Operation Lifesaver. At around 5:15 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, heavy smoke has accumulated the area of Butler, Indiana and its surrounding areas. Locations impacted in non-alphabetical order are Leipzig, Continental, Payne, Greenland, Butler, and Bluffton. Anyone within a 12-mile radius is to mandatorily evacuate the area for your own safety. Later statements from NTSB officials will be made later on in this broadcast. Tune to WIPB serving the Muncie, Indiana area for later coverage. Stay tuned for further updates. The lead locomotives of both Conrail and Norfolk Southern trains were heavily damaged and or nearly destroyed. The other 4 suffered minor damages and will be later rebuilt by the respective ownership. 33 of the 85-car road trailer train by NS and 3 of the Conrail intermodal container cars were derailed heavily. The cause of the wreck is unknown at this time. Please remain calm and listen to evacuation procedures by appropriate authorities. Stay away from the areas connecting Butler, Indiana. This includes the westbound turnpike between Continental and Greenland. All eastbound routes are also shut down for your own safety. Follow detours by NTSB and construction crew for your cooperation. Stay tuned for further updates. A wreck train has arrived to remove the destroyed and derailed equipment. The investigation speculates that the conductor on NS 255L5 had disciplinary complaints on his report. The student engineer and engineer of Conrail train TV 220 were reprimanded, but have fully cooperated with NTSB officials. It is also speculated that lack of two-way communication was a major part of this horrific crash. Listen to later statements from NTSB officials. Tune to 1240 FM on your radio dial for later statements on this dangerously developing story. Your news programming on WIPB. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. This message has been transmitted by request from Conrail Board of Directors, Norfolk Southern Superintendents, and the NTSB. A lack of two-way communication along with dispatch errors were confirmed as the culprit to this disaster. Both engineers of Conrail train TV 220 were cleared of any wrongdoing. All clears have been given to anyone evacuated earlier. We thank you for your cooperation during this emergency. We will return to WIPB for normal programming. This concludes operations under the emergency alert system.